Namasté Wolfpack. How is everyone today? Today we're going to do some yoga together. But before we do that, I thought we'd have a quick history lesson. Most of you will remember, I'm sure, that yoga mostly comes from India. And there are lots of different information out there on the internet about yoga. But according to my teacher, it's about 3,000 years old, just a little less than 3,000 years old. And what yoga is a system of practices that help us live with more ease in the world and find health and find well-being in the world. And yoga comes from the wisdom of a few different Indian cultures: Buddhism, Hinduism, Jainism, but it's not a religion. It can be practiced by anyone. There are lots of different practices in yoga. Some of them are really useful for us today in our modern age. Some of them are a little bit unusual. We probably won't be doing those ones. We're probably going to concentrate on asana, which is the postures, pranayama, which is breath work, and meditation. Now, originally, yoga was really mostly to do with meditation. Some of you probably know that these cultures, Hinduism, Buddhism, believe that we live in a cycle, we exist in a cycle of birth and life and rebirth. But most people who believe in this believe also that what they really want, ultimately want, is release from that cycle, to become one with, you could call it God, consciousness, the universe, and that cycle is called samsara. And yoga was one of the tools people used to try and get out of this cycle. And it was mostly based on meditation right back at the beginning, but it's changed and it's grown and it's evolved over the years. And most recently it's really known for its asana, the movement part of yoga, but there's so much more to it than that. But we're going to focus quite a lot on asana and meditation and explore some of the philosophies around it. I'll just check that I haven't missed anything. Yes. At the end of our practice today, we're going to have a nice long yoga nidra. Nidra means sleep, and it's the most important part of the yoga practice, where we lie down and our body completely relaxes. So it's almost like your body's asleep but your mind is still awake. Although in a really good yoga nidra, sometimes you drift in and out of consciousness and sleep, and that's the really good stuff. So you might want to pause the video, grab yourself some blankets, maybe grab yourself some pillows, maybe a favourite teddy, so that you're all set up for your yoga nidra at the end of class. Do you want to go and get those now? And I'll meet you back in a minute. Okay, so if you're all set, let's come and sit in a comfortable position. Now remember, you can sit how you like. You can have your legs out in front, crossed. You can even sit on a chair if that's more comfortable for you. I'm sitting on a pillow because it helps to lift your hips up higher than your knees, which makes your back a bit more comfortable and makes it easier for you to sit up straight. So get yourself comfy and then we'll breathe in and out together. You can close your eyes if you like. Here we go, breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Last one, breathing in and out. And you can open your eyes when you're ready. So for our yoga class today, and for the following few weeks, I thought we might look at some more yogic ideas. And what I thought we'd look at today and over the next few weeks is the idea about the chakras. You may have heard of chakras. It's a system, like an energetic system, that the yogis say is in and around our body. So it's not physical, it's kind of like a force field. We'll talk a bit more about it next week, but you may have heard people say, maybe your parents sometimes on a day say, oh, I just don't know whether I'm coming or going today. I feel all over the place. Or my favourite word for this is discombobulated. Discombobulated. And I think a lot of us are feeling quite discombobulated at the moment. And sometimes we know why we feel like that. Something's happened and we know why we feel like that. Other times we just can't work out, but we just don't feel quite right. Now the yogis would say that's somebody where their chakras, so chakras aren't quite in balance. So energy comes into the chakras and energy comes out of the chakras, and all together they make for a happy, well-balanced, whole and healthy person. Chakra literally means wheel or disc, and apparently they spin and they pull in energy and they shoot out energy and they sort of process it in the middle of that part. So that's a basic idea of chakras. And what we're going to look at today is the root chakra. There are 7 altogether, and the root chakra is located sort of at the base of the spine, and it's associated with the earth. It's associated with matter, physical things you can see and feel and touch, like the earth, like the ground, like the trees. It's also associated with the colour red, hence why I'm wearing this. And when our root chakras are in balance, we're very grounded, we've got both feet on the ground, we know what we're doing, we can think clearly, we're very calm, we're very rational, we're very centered, and everything seems to flow and be easy and we don't get stressed. But when our root chakra is out of balance, like I said, we can just feel frustrated, we can be very up in our heads, lots of worries, we can't quite seem to get our stuff together. And there's one way in particular we can help to balance our root chakra, and that's by sending our energy down into the earth. When we've done tree pose before, I say imagine your feet are growing roots. So that's what we want to think all the time. And we can do certain yoga poses that really, really help with that. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to try and ground ourselves, notice our bodies, and see if it makes a difference to how we feel. So if you're ready, we'll get started and we'll have a little warm-up. You ready? Okay, we're ready to start our warm-up. Let's go. Let's just start by nodding the head up and down. And remember, nice deep breaths. And don't send your head too far back. Lovely deep breaths in and out. And then we'll shake the head from side to side. Someone's asked you a question, you're saying no, no thank you. Now someone's asking you a question and you say, I don't know. Breathe in, lift your shoulders. Breathe out, drop them. Breathe in, lift your shoulders. Breathe out, drop your shoulders. And then creep your fingers forward. Drop your chin to your chest and round through your back. Take a big breath in here. Feel the skin on your back stretch. Breathe out. Another big breath in here. Breathe out. And then crawl your fingers back so you're sitting up again. And then we'll swim the fingertips behind. Press into the fingers. Draw your elbows back. Lift your heart to the sky. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Breathing in. And breathing out. Breathe in, lift your arms up high, really stretch through all 4 sides of your body. You can make some little movements if that helps. Look up towards your hands, wriggle your fingers, and then take another big breath in as you reach up even more. And as you breathe out, take one hand to the opposite knee, the other hand behind. Breathe in here, really sit up tall. Try not to lean back like this, sitting up nice and tall. Breathe in. Breathe out, maybe turn to look over your shoulder. Another breath in here. Can you feel your tummy twisting? And then come back to center. We'll do the other side. So reaching up, breathing in. Turn the other way. One hand on your knee, one hand behind. Sitting up nice and tall. Breathing in. Breathing out. Feeling that twist in your tummy. Squeezing your breakfast or your lunch. Another breath in. And coming back to center. We'll come forward to the fronts of our mats. So feet right to the front. We're going back. Hands under your knees. Tuck your chin in and away you go. We'll do a few of these. Woo! It's good for warming up the spine. Gives your back a little bit of a massage. If you've got space, you might like your feet to go all the way overhead. Just warming up the body, getting that prana flowing. And then maybe the next one, we'll stay down and give the arms and the legs a jolly good shake. Like a bug in trouble, trapped on the floor. Like a monkey pea. Do you guys call them monkey peas? The little, what are they? No, I can't remember what they're actually called. Now I just call them monkey peas since I moved here. Shake, 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 shake. Shake, 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 shake. Point your toes. Flex your toes towards your face. Point your toes. Keep breathing. Flex your toes. Can you feel that down the back of your legs? Point. Can you feel it down the front of your legs? Flex. One more. Point. And flex. Then bend your knees. Bring your arms between your legs and take hold of the outside edges of your feet. If this is a bit of a stretch for you and you're struggling and straining, remember we don't really want that. Just hold on to your shins or even your trousers. And then make sure your feet are facing the ceiling, like that. So flexed feet. And then see if you can draw your tailbone, bottom of your spine, towards the front of your mat. So we're not rounding up like this so much. We're drawing it along the mat, so we've got a nice long spine. So this is Happy Baby. Do you remember this one? You might like to rock from side to side in your Happy Baby. And keep breathing. Notice where you can feel the movement. Maybe at the base of your spine, the top of your bottom, top of your shoulders. And then we'll release the feet. Release the feet. Bring the hands back to the back of the legs because we're going to come up again. Lift your head first and then keep it nice and floppy. Just start to move the bottom of your legs and then slowly build up a bit of momentum. You probably don't need to build up slowly. Am I about to hit my Hoberman sphere? I am. So we keep going. I'm going to try and shuffle back a bit. And then we're going to come all the way forward into a squat. If we can, don't worry if you can't. In 1, 2, 3. I didn't make it because I would have ended up in my plant. So if you didn't make it either, you can come to it now with me. Little froggy squat. Do you remember what a group of frogs is called? An army of frogs. Sergeant Major Frog just fixing her mat. So in our froggy squats, maybe a little squat up and down. And then from here, bottoms are going up, heads are going down. Paint on your fingers, remember, here we go. Nice bent legs. We don't need to have straight legs. And then paint on your fingertips, your favourite colour. Painting your mat from side to side. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. Swoosh, 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 swish. And then slowly come to a stop. Here's our first little practice of root chakras, pressing the floor away. So bend your knees and really press the floor away as you come all the way up. Feel like you're actually pressing down into the floor. Coming all the way up to mountain pose. Sorting out your hair. Standing, you can either have your feet together or about hip width apart, whatever feels comfortable for you. And then lift your toes. And lift your heels. And then notice this bit inside your feet. Inside your feet, on the inside, that lifts up. So you can feel the bones maybe at the base of your toes rooting down into the floor and your heels. And then this bit here lifts up. Maybe close your eyes. Just see if you can take your attention to that place that lifts up. And imagine it's drawing energy up your body. Maybe take one hand to your heart and one hand to your tummy and take a big breath in and a big breath out. Another big breath in and a big breath out. And then just notice how you feel. If you don't notice anything, that is fine. Stuff going on in your head, feelings in your body, just notice. And now I think we're all warmed up and ready to go. Okay, I thought we'll start with some sun salutations. Some of you like them, I know, some of you not so much. As always with our yoga classes, if you don't want to do something, you can just rest. You can rest in child's pose, like this, or lying down, or maybe challenge yourself and give it another go. But before we do that, we need to get the energy from the sun, remember? So Tadasana, mountain pose, hands in front of our solar plexus. This is our third chakra. And we'll take a big breath in and reach up for the sun. Breathe out. Ha! Other arm. Ha! Both arms. Ha! Ha! Last one. Ha! Feel the prana just a little bit. Okay, come to the top of your mat. In mountain pose. Take a big breath in to prepare. And breathe out. Here we go, reaching up to the sky as you breathe in. Bringing your hands together, bending your knees as you breathe out. Lovely bent knees, hands to the floor. One foot all the way back, the other foot all the way back. Bring your knees to the floor and lower all the way down onto your tummy. Baby cobra. Breathe in, look forward, just your head and your shoulders come up, legs stay on the floor. Tuck your toes as you breathe out. Breathe in here to prepare. As you breathe out, press into your hands, lift your bottom high, high, high to the sky. Downward dog. Take a big breath here. And a big breath out. See if you can keep your ears in line with your arms and your hips reaching high. And then we'll walk our feet towards our hands. Super raggy doll movement as we breathe out. Here we go, breathing in, pressing the earth away, reaching the arms forward and up, taking the sun back to the sky. Breathing out, arms come down by our sides. Take a breath in here, and a breath out. Round two, breathe in, reach for the side, get that sun. Bring it all the way down as you breathe out. Hands to the floor, one foot back, the other foot back. Lower your knees and then come all the way down into your tummies. Breathe in here to look forward. Breathe out and tuck your toes. Take a big breath in to prepare. Breathe out, press into your hands, lift your bottom high. Downward facing dog, nice bent knees. Breathe in, send your hips to the sky. Breathe out. Breathe in, send your belly towards your legs. Breathe out, then maybe walk to the front or maybe hop. And breathe out. Breathe in, push the floor away, reach up, reach, 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 reach. Put the sun back. Breathe out, arms down by your sides. Take a breath in. And a breath out. Maybe close your eyes. And just breathe for a couple of moments. Notice how you feel, how's your mind, how does your body feel? Good. Shall we do the main part of our practice? Okay, our first pose, you already know, it's mountain pose. This is probably the most fundamental pose for the root chakra. Standing tall as a mountain with our feet literally connecting to the earth. Amazing to do it outside in bare feet, maybe when it's a bit warmer. But if you don't feel that connected to the earth, if your root chakra is a bit out of balance, you can still feel a bit flighty standing here. So what I like to do is stand in mountain pose and then bend my knees a little bit, lift my toes, lift my heels, and then we take a breath in. And as we breathe out, we really push the floor away. So we're not just straightening our legs, we're imagining that we're pushing the floor away from us. Can you feel that? Do you feel a bit more connected to the floor? Shall we try it again? So we'll bend our knees, take a deep breath, maybe close your eyes. And as you breathe out, push the floor away. Push, 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 push. Yeah, maybe. You can always have another practice. Okay, our next pose, you also know, tree pose. Let's start with our hands together in prayer. Gently press your hands together, and that helps to center you a little bit, just for starters. Find somewhere to look at, just in front of you, but don't stare at it. Just a nice soft focus. And then we transfer our weight to one foot. Can you see I'm slightly moving? So if I took this foot off, you can see I'm just on one foot. Doesn't matter which one. And then lift up out of the ground. Pull your tummy in and maybe take the heel of the other foot off the floor. Maybe the toe. You can stay like this, or you can turn this leg out to the side and put your foot against your shin, or maybe your thigh. Try not to put it on your knee, so choose up or down. And then press your hands together, press your foot against your thigh or your shin and lift up out of the floor. Imagine that root grounding down into the earth. And maybe you could take your arms out if balance is tricky, and remember, if you wobble, you have to smile. It's yogic law. If you fall out, choose to come back in or not. And now everybody bring that knee forward. Ooh. And down. We'll do the other side. Take a breath in first. As you breathe out, transfer your weight to the other foot and then lift up out of that foot. And up and through the leg. Pull your tummy in just a little. Find your focus and then maybe take your heel, the other heel off. Maybe the toes. Maybe your foot just hangs out here. You can also just hold onto your knee like this. Or take that knee out to the side, place that foot against your shin or your thigh, but not your knee. Draw those tummies in, that's going to help you balance. Press your hands together, press your foot against your leg. Keep breathing, that's very important. Maybe take your arms out to the side if you're feeling a bit wobbly. Take one more breath. Bring your hands back together. Bring your knee forward. Release your foot, release your arms. Have a little shake. Okay, next pose. Take your feet a bit wider and turn your toes out like a duck. We've done this one before as well, but I've got a little twist at the end. So we're doing a bit of a squat. And what I want to see is going straight down rather than out. So see if you can go straight down. So feet wide, toes turned out. We'll start with our hands on our hips. We'll take a big breath in. As we breathe out, we'll bend our knees just a little bit and then we'll bring our arms up into our power pose. Breathe in again. And lower down as you breathe out, just a little bit more. Maybe one more breathe in. Maybe a little bit lower. Now maybe on your next out breath, you can lift up one heel. And then lower it down, breathe in. Breathe out, lift up the other heel. And then lower it down, breathe in. Both heels. Let's take a big breath in. Breathe out, lift up both heels. How's it going? Draw those tummies in. Keep your energy going down, down, down into the earth. If your legs are shaking, good news, your legs are getting stronger. Mind you're shaking. One more breath. Breathe out, lower your heels and come all the way up. Stretch your arms. Give your legs a shake. Good job, guys. Hand on your heart, hand on your tummy, eyes closed. Big breath in. And big breath out. Another big breath in. And a big breath out. Good news, we're coming back down to the floor. Come to the front of your mat. Drop your chin to your chest. Zombie arms forward. Bend your knees. Roll all the way down. When your feet get to, your hands get to the floor, press into the floor, spread your fingers, and then drop one knee down, the other knee down. And we're going to come to sit in a pose that's called Baddha Konasana, bound angle pose, but it's often called butterfly pose. We bring our feet together and our knees out to the side. You can put cushions under your knees if this feels a bit difficult for you, or take your feet further away from you. And that makes it a little less tricky. And then we want to sit up nice and tall. Take a big breath in and a big breath out. Now a really nice way to ground ourselves, to rebalance our root chakra, is massage. Now getting someone else to give you a massage, that's way up there, but that's not always possible. So we can give ourselves a massage. So get your thumbs and take them to those inside parts of your feet that we were talking about before, the arches of the feet. Give that a little press, see how that feels. Maybe rub some circles there. And then we'll just keep going. Let's go to the toes, big toe, all the way along the toes. And then on the top of the foot, round the ankles, that's a nice spot. And then we're just going to keep going. You can follow me, you can blaze your own trail. Go over you like. I'm going into my calves, along my shins. So sometimes we've been doing a lot of thinking, we've got a big to-do list, a few things troubling us. We're so up in our heads, we really forget about our bodies. And it can be really hard to come back down to them again. And we can try some of these poses. Sometimes you feel a bit, what's the word, rebellious. You think, oh, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do yoga right now. But it's always nice to have a massage. And just literally touching your own body like this. Rub your tummies, go in a clockwise direction. Be really soothing and help just bring everything back down to earth. Then you can start again. Round the back, up the front of your chest, down your arms. If you want something a bit more obvious, give yourself a gentle thump. Back of the neck, up the back of the head, maybe the ears, forehead, and then really get into the face. Smoosh up the face. Smoosh, smoosh, smoosh. Oh. And then just relax your hands on your legs. Close your eyes. And just notice what's happening in your body. I feel pretty tingly. I hope you do as well. It's a really easy, simple, very effective way of just calming yourself down. So keep that one in your toolkit, and we'll come to lie down. We've got a couple more things to do. Actually, before we lie down, we'll do a little forward bend. So sitting with your legs out in front. If this makes you go like this, bend your knees. Sit up nice and tall. Nice straight spine. We'll take a big breath in. And as we breathe out, we're just going to creep our fingers forward. And then when your tummy hits your legs, you can just let your head drop forward. Relax your feet. This is called Paschimottanasana, west stretching. The back of the body is known as the west, the front of the body is east, because that's the direction we would pray if we were a Hindu or a Buddhist or a Jain. Take lovely big breaths in here. Feel the back of your skin, or rather the skin on your back, stretching. Feel like you're in your own little cave. Take one more breath in. And then press into your hands to come all the way up. And then take your hands behind you, shift your bottom forward and come all the way down. Bring your knees into your chest. Maybe rock a little bit from side to side. Take a lovely big breath in. And as you breathe out, bring your knees all the way over to the right. Take your arms out to the side. Let your legs just rest on the floor and maybe turn your head in the other direction. Take a breath in here. And as you breathe out, bring your knees back up to the middle. Now I've got a big wall in the way here. If you've got a big wall in the way, you can shift onto the side of your hip and then we can go in the other direction. Legs to the left, head to the right, or the opposite way to the one you just did. Breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in to bring your knees back up to center. Give them another little hug. Maybe lift your head. Look towards your legs. Now the good stuff. We're going to get ready for our yoga nidra. Do you remember? Yoga sleep. So grab your pillows, grab your blankets, grab your favourite cuddly person. And I'll meet you back here in 2 seconds. Okay, is everyone ready for our relaxing yoga nidra? I have a volunteer here to be my sleeping yogi, or my nidra yogi. This is Rue. So Rue's lying on her side. Normally in shavasana, which is what we call this part of the class, we lie on our back. That's not comfortable for everybody, and it makes some people feel a bit fidgety. So if you want to lie on your front, that's fine. If you want to lie on your side, that's fine. We want to find a position where we can be nice and calm and relaxed and as still as possible. If you are on your back, take up some space. Have your arms out to the side, part your legs, and most important, if you're comfortable to do so, close your eyes. So try and lie nice and still as you can. And then imagine your body is so relaxed that it feels as if you're slowly sinking into the ground beneath you. The floor beneath you feels very warm, comfortable and safe. And now let your feet become heavy and relaxed, and feel them slowly sinking downwards. Down, down, down they go as they become heavier and heavier. Now let your legs become heavy. Your legs sink downwards. And let your back softly sink down deeper and deeper. Relax, relax, relax. Your arms feel heavy and they're sinking down. Relax, relax, relax. Your head is so heavy. It relaxes deeply. Feel your eyes becoming heavy. Feel your lips and your jaw becoming heavy. Feel your cheeks becoming heavy. Feel your forehead becoming heavy. All the muscles in your whole body are now completely relaxed as you enjoy this feeling of sinking deep, deep, deep into the floor. Say inside your head, I let go, I let go, I let go. Breathe in, breathe out, relax, relax, relax. Take an extra big breath in. And as you breathe out, wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. And if you're on your back, bring your knees into your chest. If you're on your side or your front, see if you can find your way onto your side with your knees curled in. And then if you're on your back, roll over to your side, and everybody stay on your side. Take a few breaths. No need to rush this part. This is the most important part of the yoga practice. Try and keep your eyes closed and use your hands to come and sit up. Take your time. When you've sat up, see if you can keep your eyes closed. If you haven't, then maybe close them again. And notice your body. Does it feel heavy or light? Do you feel relaxed or not? How is your breath? Are you breathing nice and softly? And then gently, gently, gently open your eyes. One other thing that's very good for grounding is hugs. Hugging someone else or yourself. It works to hug yourself, and it releases oxytocin, which is a hormone that just makes you feel great. Okay, that's it for today. Sitting up nice and tall, maybe closing your eyes, maybe bring your hands together in front of your heart. We'll breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, and breathe out. You can open your eyes. The goodness in me sees and honours the goodness in all of you. Thank you for practicing with me. Namaste.